So how do you handle a water damage claim when you have wood that's rotted out? Could be in a subflooring, could be in your attic, could be behind a wall. And what if you add that other component being MOLD, mold? That's today's video. We're going to talk about it, what you should do, how do you handle it, especially if you're going to file a claim with the insurance company. So my name is Mike Keeler. I'm a licensed public adjuster in the state of Florida. So if you've seen a lot of my videos, there's a kind of a common theme, and that is hold off for a little bit before you file the claim. There's probably some things and important questions that you need to have answered and get answered before you contact the insurance company. So some of those questions are, what has caused the damage? What has caused the leak? Because when you see wood rot, there's some factors that the insurance companies are going to use against you if you file the claim without taking a systematic approach to it. A lot of it's going to have to differ. Is it a roof leak? So are you having some wood rot in the attic? Is it below your floors? Is it the subflooring? Is it behind drywall? Kitchen leak? Bathroom leak? These are the type of things you need to find out before you just whisk off and call your insurance company and start filing a claim. So most of these type of claims end up being that there's some type of leak that people just didn't know about. Yes, it could be a roof leak that you didn't know about. Could be some type of kitchen line leak. Could be some pipe leak. There could be AC conditioning leak, depending on where the handler is. So more often than not, by the time you discover this, there's going to be rotted, molded wood wherever that area might be. If you can tell by this picture here, this looks like a roof leak. It's above the windows. And they had drywall, which is ripped off of the ceiling, insulation, and all that rotted wood. So that could be behind a fascia board on the exterior, but this is what it looks like: rotted, molded wood. So another element that happens quite often is that the leak is slow. Not only is it and could be unknown, but also a slow leak. So this will also cause any type of wood rot and molded areas. And again, it comes right back to what is causing this leak? Where's the leak coming from? These are the questions you need to ask and have solved before you contact the insurance company and file the claim. What's the insurance company going to do? How do they handle it? Well, they're going to sign a field adjuster. They're going to inspect your home, and they'll take photographs of the wood rot and mold if there is. And they're going to report this back to the insurance company. And then 99% of the time, this claim is going to be denied. So it will be a denial of your claim. This is why you have to understand the process, go through the process of what I'm explaining here. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. So when the insurance company denies it, as I mentioned, they're going to deny these type of claims 99.9% of the time. A couple of the reasons for the denial are going to be the wood rot, because it shows long-term damage. The same goes with mold, right? So the same as above. Better argument can be made if you have only mold that it wasn't long-term, especially if you live in an area like Texas, Florida, anywhere in the South where we have a lot of humidity, a higher humidity, and especially in Florida, we have a lot of mold issues because of the fact that it only takes a day or two for mold to develop. So the other phrase, which is commonly repeated in my videos, which is in the policy, which they will cite, repeated or constant seepage or leakage is not covered. There's no coverage for that. So again, the mold, the wood rot, the insurance company sees that, boom, they're coming with a denial, and they're coming with, this is a long-term situation and we don't cover it. So let's talk about a couple steps you can do if you find yourself in this type of situation with rotted wood, molded wood. So call water mitigation company, let them assess the damage as far as how far it extends, where it extends, okay, and then what they need to do, the third point here. Obviously, there's going to be demo involved no matter what the situation is. Do they need to remediate the mold situation if you have that? And then this last part, which my little head's blocking, the total cost. Yes, of course, you want to know the total cost, but the important factor with knowing the total cost is there enough damage that warrants continuing with the claim? After your deductible IF tier, 0 to 5,000, I think it's not worth filing the claim. 5 to 10,000 is kind of the gray area. All right. Anything over 10,000, you file. Now back to this 5 to 10, depending on your financial situation. Let's just say it's $8,000 in total damage to whatever they need to remediate and mitigate and whatever you need to have repaired. Let's say total of 8 and your deductible's 1,000. If you don't have that 7,000 and you need to file the claim, then you file it. But the 0 to 5,000, I'm very stern on that. You shouldn't file a claim if it's under that amount. So I touched on this a little bit earlier, but having success in the claim, believe it or not, is going to depend on the type and extent of the damage that you're facing. So if you see here, the wood rot, if you have severe wood rot, it's going to be difficult for you to get anything paid by the insurance company. You're probably not, just to be perfectly frank. However, if you look at the other side of the arrow, if you have mold, and only mold, and no wood rot, the chances of you being successful in getting some money for the claim is a greater percentage and higher than when you're dealing with the wood rot. So all in all, when you're dealing with this type of claim, your success is going to depend on what type of damage and the extent of the damage. And that you need to assess the claim before you file the claim. Talk with a public adjuster and attorney. I always recommend this. Too many people are antsy and they file the claim, and what they say screws up the entire claim or the inspection. Or just so many things always go wrong. I don't know why. I always get confused as to why people think the insurance company is going to do the right thing. Blows my mind. Depending on the extent, obviously, if it's not over $10,000, is it even worth filing the claim? And that's why this whole video is about assessing, then filing, and then seeing what your situation is based on the assessment of the claim, not only by yourself, but by other professionals, including water mitigation companies, plumbers, roofers, public adjusters, attorneys. Because you need to be well equipped in this day and age to have the most information possible to make sure if you file a claim that you're successful in that claim. Not just filing it to filing it and to handle it yourself and you could do it yourself and you could outsmart the insurance company. No, those days are done. That's why I've been making these videos, because people have been getting taken advantage of by the insurance companies for the last 5 years plus, and it's just getting worse. So once again, my name is Mike Keeler, a licensed public adjuster here in Florida. If you have any questions, need help with a claim, this is my information on how you get a hold of me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you.